So
you know
that's
what?
a great transition.
You know what? Let me talk
I set
about.
you up.
Let me talk about my big, fat,
Catch the oop.
big, fat, bigger, fatter loser known as the Las Vegas Reachers. I mean, excuse me, the Las Vegas Raiders. You want us to take the lead, or do you want to make my case for me? I can make.
I want to hear what you have to say because I really don't think it's that bad.
I mean, we basically had to talk him off a ledge on Thursday. He almost didn't do the podcast. If I didn't rescue him from the dark, look, it's good players. Other than Malcolm Kuntz, who I don't really know much about.
He's actually really good.
I went back.
They reached though.
I researched and I found where he was projected, and I watched tape, and I was like, it's okay. I'm not impressed. You got our favorite or least favorite safety. You got the wrong safety from the wrong school or the right school. You didn't get the one you wanted.
I get you. But
also, it's you already have two safeties. Where are you going to play this guy?
There's if you think Carl Joseph can play safety still as a starter.
No, I thought it was going to be
Abrams a box safety.
Yeah, Abrams. Oh, so you're going to play him a free safety.
Well, that's the good thing about Morig. He did play everywhere. He can play anywhere.
I think he is going to be the center fielder for this team because I think that's what he does best because he's not physical at all.
I just don't think he a lot of people are going to disagree with me. I just don't think he has that much range as people say. And in Gus Bradley's defense, that's what you are. With the free safety and Gus Bradley, you play that cover one safety high. You got to have some range like Earl Thomas. That's what made the LOB so great.
I don't want to put it all in his 40 time, but 4 or 5 at a pro day, that's a little scary to me. And then when you watch the film, and it's not Earl Thomas is unbelievable range. We can't really describe it over this medium of entertainment. But
the way I see it, how do you feel about Alex Leatherwood?
It's just a reach, bro. I think he'll be a good player. I kind of like him for the Raiders. I just don't like him where you picked him. It's I don't think Mike Mayock takes that into he's not really messed up a first round pick, but he's never hit it out of the park. So he's just kind of treading water. And I feel like at some point you either got to go up or you're got to sink. And that's
would you have felt if they picked Morig in the first, Leatherwood in the second?
I would have hated the first round. I would have hated Morig in the first round more than I hate Leatherwood in the first round, if that makes sense.
We're a rare breed with hating on Morig. There's big fans.
Oh yeah,
the consensus right now for the Raiders when they wound up picking Trayvon Morig, they made up for it. They made up the value because a lot of people will say, "Hey, Morig." People would have been fine with Morig in the first, Leatherwood in the second. That's how it should have went. But regardless, they got those two players.
I think there's a reason he was falling to start with. I mean, I saw more.
It was injuries. It was injuries. That's why.
Oh, that's why he was falling?
Yeah, his medicals.
Didn't check out?
There was a lot of guys, even Mike Mayock said it. A lot of guys, doctors, were turning in medicals literally hours before the draft.
I just don't
and
like
it scared
it, bro.
away teams.
I don't like him at all. And that's what it came down to. That's why, I hate to be, I'm sure this is the millionth tank by now of losers. It's just Mike Mayock, he picks good players, but he doesn't get good value in the draft, man. And that's part of the draft. The only guy I know you're probably going to like is your boy Divine Diablo.
That's my boy. I like him. And I kind of regret not watching film on him because he is an absolute tweener. Dude, go look up this guy. I think Gus Bradley had his hands all over this one. He's Camp Chancellor. And he's literally out of Virginia Tech too. That's the funny thing.
I went back and watched him because there was a few guys in this I went back and watched, and he was someone I really liked too. He just seems like a guy you just stick on a tight end, put him at a linebacker for a few snaps.
And I want to say two things before we move on. Number one, if you guys want to guess the Raiders pick, because I'm completely convinced I know how the Raiders draft now. Look at two things, guys. Guys who have been starters from day one since they stepped on the field, team captains, and guys who impressed in the Senior Bowl.
And what was the one I said to you? Do you remember the one I said?
What?
Clemson, Alabama, or Ohio State.
Well, this year we didn't pick that many big schools. All the guys weren't big schools. TCU, come on.
No, that's not. No, it's the Bama one. You guys love going Bama in the first round.
Hey, man. The Bama was all over the place.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna say that. Okay, hold on. Let me make my second point.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were done.
And the Raiders draft is not as bad as people think. I'm just going to say that. It's not perfect. They definitely didn't hit it out of the park. There's definitely question marks. But I think people are blowing it out of proportion because the Raiders are an easy team to laugh at. And they've always been. And I'm just going to say it's not as bad as people think.
I don't think it's awful. I'm just tired of seeing the same pattern arise of we are going to overdraft a guy because he's good.
Yeah.